Hey guys, Pete over here. So today is Sunday. It's about 10 a.m. and I'm taking a little road trip. And I say little because it's only about an hour ride. About an hour north of me, I'm gonna hit one of the biggest antique malls that it's around me. I usually try to go there once, maybe sometimes twice a year. But last year I haven't got there at all. So this should be interesting. They have over 300 booths in there, lots of vendors, and they get pretty good turnaround of merchandise. So I'm gonna be looking for some stuff that I can flip, on my private eBay store, my Craigslist Hunter eBay store. And I'm gonna be looking for all kinds of weird stuff, so you guys will get to see what I look for. Like I'm gonna be looking for vintage glasses, vintage keys, vintage camera equipment, just weird and unusual stuff that you normally wouldn't go after, right? So you guys will get to see what I look for, so I can flip it online. I think it should be very, very interesting. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of filming there. And then, of course, after I pick up a few items, I'll share them with you guys and I'll show it to you. So, should be there in about 55 minutes. Alright guys, so I made it. I'm here at the mall. The only thing I hate about this mall is that they play the music very loudly. And might have an issue with that with YouTube, but it's a huge place. Yeah, you can't even see the end. There's over 300 vendors here. So let's start looking. Very interesting piece. You don't come across a lot of these Coleman heaters. You see Coleman lamps all the time, but not the heaters. This is 5000 BTU. It's in very nice condition. This is probably early to mid 60s. And this one is in very nice condition overall. But they generally bring about 40-50 bucks. So this one is 29 bucks, so a little bit too pricey. Let's see what actual date is on it. On the back, they always gonna have a date stamped on the back. And it is 1966, and this is a model 511A. Nice piece, you don't see many of these. Say out of Chicago area, what area are you talking about?
Oh, they'd be anywhere, somewhere in there,
Right, but I'm talking about what era. What do you think? This is probably...
That's in
1940s?
20s.
20s? Okay.
Maybe 1930 something like
It's
that.
a big one. I mean, how heavy it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a pretty cool piece. What are you asking on that?
That's about 3,000 of them.
3,000?
Yeah.
Is this something that you fell love with it like 50 years ago and you're doing it
right.
now?
You're no kidding.
I mean, I see you have quite a few different ones here throughout the shop.
They're more common, but they're still unique. They're still unique. You won't find them anymore.
Yeah, that's a cool piece too, that he's looking at right there.
I collect those.
This should have came out of it might have came out of Coronado. But it's the same thing.
I got a bunch of those. $200 piece. Those.
I sold one last week
I
for
don't-
700.
Yeah, it all depends.
I don't know how much they cost those, but
Yeah.
each one. But it's for $200 each.
Wow.
And I don't know exactly which one they can pay.
Oh, you had $200 a piece?
No. Some people buy it.
Oh.
Yeah. They buy a couple from me.
Well, just go on eBay, just type in there and type in the highest price. There's one on there for 5,000, but it's too damaged. Nobody wants to buy it.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Anthony.
Antoni?
Let me see if I got business card.
Now you're saying your son has a shop, but you have just what is it, a barn, or is it a building, or is
No,
it a bunch of
building,
buildings?
big
Yeah?
building, yeah.
What kind of stuff you have there? I mean,
Always,
little bit of everything?
always from 1800. I got very expensive, like all type of stuff. And I see only, and now so far I walk from here, I see, I'm very interested in this piece, and nothing more. And that's a,
So you have a card or no?
no, 107 East
Hold on.
Washington
Hold
Street.
on, hold on.
How entertain you any offers here? See anything you like? No.
That's
Wheeling and dealing.
What's your
I
phone
gotta
number,
sell.
Antoni?
630-87.
Coffee maker and everything.
87.
You'd be very interested.
Curves.
Big place, a lot of
And
nice
it's
stuff.
around here somewhere?
It's not far, about 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
Okay. What town?
Oregon, Illinois.
Oregon. Okay. Yeah, pleasure meeting you. I'll
Thank you.
definitely give
But
you a call.
You'll be very interested in the place. There's
Okay.
a lot of nice setup. That's set up. Not those, the different ones. But the guy very interested to pay $200 piece.
This one here in 7-Up green, like the 7-Up bottles, is worth $5,000.
If it's what?
It was 7-Up green.
And this one is the one that you're holding is?
Yeah, if it was 7-Up green. There's only about 2 or 3 known.
So I always look for brass or cast iron vintage stuff because there's some good money in this. Like this piece, for example, just sitting on a board, some kind of bird on a birch. They're asking 24 bucks. So it's a little pricey. Now they do have 50% off, so that would be 12 bucks, but it's still a little pricey. This is a cool piece, cast iron, but it's missing the back part that you actually mount on a wall and hang it up so we can swivel. That's $15. Oh, what do we got here actually? This, guys, is an old antique leg brace. You can adjust the height and this would strap around your leg. That's actually not a bad price at all. 50% off, that would be $6. That's a steal. Look up antique leg braces. You're gonna be amazed. What's nice also, guys, coming to especially on a weekend, coming to these booths, is that you get to meet a lot of these dealers. And I already set up 2 picks. I got 2 appointments to go out on a private picks. That's amazing because on the weekends they're hanging around here in their booths and you can make great connections. So this one guy I've been talking, you saw a little clip, gave me his info. He's about half an hour from here. He's got a full warehouse of stuff. that he wants to sell. So I mean, it's amazing opportunity to get connections and network with people, you know. All right, let me keep walking around. I've been here already for an hour and a half. I haven't showed few things. I'll show you later that I picked up. I got a nice vintage rotary phone. I got some cast iron tiny little wheels. So let me keep looking. Pretty cool vintage teddy bears, mold, cast iron, 12 bucks. I might think about it. Almost for 2 hours, and this is the first glasses I ran into. They have 3 pairs in here. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on these. These are bifocals, and they're asking 21. These are also bifocals, a little bit smaller. They're asking 15. I like the idea. Their prices are old cards. Pretty cool. And final pair, even older. This one is $27. So this one is 10 karat gold plated. This one is 12 karat gold plated. And the last one, same thing with this one, 12 karat gold plated. So they're pretty cool, but unfortunately they're priced a little bit too high for me. I did some research, and the prices that they have on them, that's roughly what they would resell for. Like this one is 27 bucks, this one is 21, this one is 15. Not enough meat on the bone on these. But I did find this really cool old photo of 2 kids. This little boy is holding a rabbit. 3 bucks. I think it's a great subject matter. Look at that little girl is looking into his eyes. So happy. Very cool. So it looks like this side of the mall has a lot of booths with LPs in them, and the pricing is okay. It's average, $4, $6. Depends what it is. Rolling Stones here, $12. And most of these dealers have them nicely in the sleeves, plastic sleeves, clear sleeves. So, oh, what do we got here? This is vintage cast iron. Vintage toy, vintage toys for, wow, this is pretty cool. Actually, how much? 8 bucks. This is going with me. This is $30, $40, easy. So, and it's 20% off too. Oh, nice frame here. Part of the camera, just the lens. Still cool. But we got Frieden Eisman here. radio receiver. A little bit overpriced, but it's in really nice condition. They're asking 75 bucks. Usually that's what you get for them. So, but we do have Bush and Lamb Ray-Ban glasses. And these are the clip-ons. Clip-ons are nice. People always look for clip-ons, and they're actually like a green glass. Very nice condition. 12 bucks. That's a steal. I can get 40-50 bucks for these. That's a nice find. Like that. This is all cast iron. It's a cast iron desk lamp. Fantastic piece. Shows the age. $18. I think I can easily get 150 bucks for this. I'm grabbing this. And this is probably 60s, 70s. Alright guys, so I'm done with my journey shopping over here. I was here for almost 3 hours and I picked up a few items here. I'll show you guys everything when I get back home, because it just started snowing here, so I want to put this away. But yeah, it was a good time. I found pretty cool items. I spent 80 bucks or 82 bucks, and I'll show you in a bit as soon as I get home. So guys, I am back home. Few hours went by. I got everything laid out on a table here, what I bought today at that antique mall. Let me go over some of this stuff here and what I paid and what I think I'm gonna get. Of course, these are, you know, just educated guesses from my past experience. But first we got this cute picture that I picked up. And on the back of it, it says spring, new babies in Woodlands, Olive, Glasgow, Crandon Hills, no, Crandon, Wisconsin. And here's a stamp that you can barely see, 1965, May 25th, 7:33 a.m. I guess that's when it was developed, maybe. Very cool subject matter, little boy and a girl. The boy is holding a little rabbit. I think it's precious. I mean, the subject matter is everything here. And look at that girl looking at that boy. It's a big picture too. It's about 10 inches by 10 inches. This one was $3.50 or $3, and I think that boot had 20% off. So I paid like $2.60 or $2.70 for it. I think I can get maybe 15 bucks for this picture. We'll see. All right, next we got two set of keys. Both came from the same boot. This is a smaller set. This one was $4. This is a bigger set. This one was $5. No discount on that boot, so what you see, that's what I paid. And I was going through these keys, especially through this one, and what caught my eye, here's one key. Let me zoom this in here. Let's see. There's one key here that it says Ford on it. I don't know how well camera is picking that up. It says Ford on it. Made in USA. Very interesting looking key. So that's a good one. And then there was one more. This one, American Motors, and on the other side it says Briggs and Stratton on it. So that's a pretty cool key too. I have to look them up. I don't know what they can possibly bring, like individual keys. And if they don't bring too much, then I'm gonna sell as bundles. I always try to sell these keys as bundles unless it's something very super unusual. So I'm gonna go quickly again through these keys, look through them and see if there's anything else stands out. But a bundle like this I can probably usually get about 20 bucks. And you gotta wait for that 20 bucks because there's always quite a bit of keys to select from. There's a lot of vintage keys that people are selling, so it's definitely a long tail item. This bundle, oh actually this one has a Briggs & Stratton key on it as well. A little bit different looking. Briggs & Stratton. A lot of them are very used up, like you could tell there's a ton of wear on these, so they've been around for sure. This is a smaller bundle, so this one probably about 15 bucks. But keys sell, they sell really well. Here's a very cool item. These are Ray-Ban glasses by Bush and Lamb. And these are actually like the clip-ons, and it says right here, I know camera won't pick that up, but in the middle here it says name of the company. They're not gold, they're just plated, but they have this nice green tint to it. And I think I can get about 40-45 bucks for these, especially because they come with this original cover for it, which is still in very good condition overall. So and this was 12 bucks, and I think that boot had 20% off, so like $10 for these. Good pickup, I like that. Now this was very unusual item, and this boot had 50% off. So first I kind of debated. Let me zoom this out a little bit. Yep. What this is, unusual looking piece, and it's hard for me to date this, but I believe this would be maybe 30s, 40s. This is a brace that you would put it on a leg to make your leg stable, upper part, lower part. I don't know, something like this probably, somewhere here. I mean, it's hard to figure out, but it's definitely different, unusual, and that's what sells. This was $24, but they had 50% off, so I paid 12 bucks for it. I'm gonna go crazy on this. I'm gonna put some like crazy insane price of like $149 on this, because it's definitely one of a kind. You're not gonna see one, and you're not gonna see one for a very long time, or even if you ever see one like this. This is old leather. Look at all that stitching. It's all handmade. It's all rusty looking. Yeah, it's super unique. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot for a high price. This is definitely one of those items that it's long tail. You're waiting for that right buyer that wants something like this, but super cool. All right, let's keep going. I got a bunch of postcards. Let's get these out of the way here. I got a bunch of postcards from the same vendor. And originally I thought maybe there's like a few in each, but actually these bigger packets have 30 of postcards in each. This one was $6, this was $5, $2, and $3. These have like 10 each, so I got about 80 postcards here. And this vendor had like 20% off or 25% off as well, so this turned out to be like $12 or $11, something like that, for everything. A lot of different subject matters here. Like this is, it says Kentucky, Tennessee. So this is Kentucky, some kind of Kentucky horse park. Maybe, I don't know. Well, it says National Horse Center, so it's definitely not Kentucky Derby, but Kentucky Horse Park. More Kentucky. Dollywood. And these are all brand new. So they haven't been mailed. This is just some scenery here. I gotta do some research obviously on these. But you never know. It only takes is 1 or 2 postcards that that have a great subject matter, and you can do really, really well. So this looks like this is Washington, Oregon, and Canada. Mount Hood, Oregon, Columbia River, and like I said, these are all brand new. Bonneville Dam, Wilmot Falls, Beacon Rock. This is some here in native Indian laying down. The Sleeping Giant, Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Oh, I go to Thunder Bay when I go fishing up north. And a gorilla. I don't know what this is all about, but it's a gorilla. Very cool. And then we got Midwest postcards here. So it says Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, Illinois. And there's a bunch of here from DC, Philadelphia, Vermont, Massachusetts, etc. Look at this, we got Congress here. Congress in session. Is there a date on this? Photograph taken on March 9, 1978. And just a bunch of, look like state parks, scenery. Philadelphia, Washington. More Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. So definitely need to do a lot of research on these. But remember, you know, this is super easy to list. You're taking basically a couple photos and basic info and boom, boom. So that was cool. Will be interesting to see how this does. Most of the time when I get postcards, and especially when we get albums in a shop, I just sell them in a lot. But this time, on my account, Craigslist Hunter account, I'm gonna try to do individual ones and see what happens. Here was a cool find. I like buying stuff like this because it's very small, super durable, easy to ship. So these are steel casters, little wheels, like so, and they are rough, meaning like they look like they're supposed to. People want them like this. Little casters, steel. You know, you would see them on the bottom of banker chairs and small cabinets. They're super durable. There's a full set of 4. They're all the same. These two have some kind of paint on them. But yeah, so this was, I don't even remember, I think it was $2 or $3, something like that. And I think I can easily get like 25 bucks for these. So that's a great find. And then we have a little cast iron, like a loan set. Very cool. I know it's missing, actually there should be 2 chairs on each side, I think. This couch, and then one of the chairs has like an ottoman or something, because I had these sets before and we sold them for very good money. So this was like $8, and I think it was 20 or 30% off in that booth, so it ended up being what, $6.50. I can easily get, even if this is not complete, like 40 bucks for this. If it was a complete set, probably $50, $60. But even incomplete, because people are missing pieces and they want extras. So it's heavy too, cast iron. It's good quality stuff. So this was a nice pickup. And the last 2 items that I'm gonna show you guys, I'm actually not gonna resell, and I'll tell you why am I not gonna resell. Alright, here's the first item. And the reason I'm not gonna resell these, because as soon as I brought them home, my wife said, perfect, both decoration pieces, and she wants to keep them in the house. So this is old Western Electric rotary phone from Bell Systems. obviously fully functional. And this is the model, and they came in a lot of different colors. So this is from 1964, model 554. You can punch that in. They came in a lot of different colors. Now the red ones or green ones or yellow ones tend to sometimes bring a little bit more money than the creamy one and the black one does, but still fully functional, great condition, all day long. If you're willing to wait a little bit, this is a $50 bill. The guy wanted 20. We settled on $12. So, but I'm not gonna flip it. Obviously, yeah, my wife Anna already found a spot in a house where she wants to put. This is a great conversation piece, especially the rotary ones, but not like really old school. You know, this is that 50s, 60s look, and that's what she wants. So this is staying home. And then the last piece was this lamp that I found, and I think there's something funky going on here. I think at one point this wasn't a lamp. Somebody, I think, turned this into a lamp, because this cast iron piece, I think it's mounted on this bottom here, and then somebody added this pipe to it to make a lamp out of it. So there's lots of stuff going on here, but the same thing, my wife looked at it and she says, oh my God, I love this. This is gonna go on our mantle in the house. And I'm gonna put one of those weird looking bulbs on top, old school bulbs. Matter of fact, I think I got one here, but I'm gonna install even a bigger one. This type of bulb, you know, the old looking bulb type. So yeah, so this one is staying home. Now this one was, I think, $18, and no discount in that booth. So for that kind of, if I was gonna sell this, I was gonna try to flip this at least for $100. Pieces like this are very sought after. It's definitely different. That's why my wife liked it right away, you know. So this was a very cool pickup. So I'm actually very happy that she decides to keep a couple pieces, you know, because I like originals in my house. All right, guys. So here's the deal with antique booths and antique malls. You really have to know what you're looking for when you're going there. And any of these vendors, when are there, they're willing to negotiate with you. So especially if you can go on a weekend, a lot of them do hang around on the weekends. And a lot of these guys are truly pickers, right? They go out and they find this stuff and they put it in antique booths. But here's one big thing. I think majority of them are older folks 60 and up, meaning that they really don't want to mess with the internet. They're happy with their booths and they're happy with the stuff that they're putting out there. And that's why you can find, you know, things like this in their booths, because they just don't want to mess with eBay, or they don't want to mess with Etsy or any apps. They just enjoy dealing with their booths, bringing stuff in, rearranging stuff. So there's always something cool to that you can find there, especially if it's a big antique mall. Anytime that you have, you know, more than 150 vendors, they tend to have a pretty decent traffic going through. Like this place, I was over 300 vendors there. So there's always chance of finding good merchandise. Like I said, I haven't been there actually in a long time. I try to usually go to that one probably 2 or 3 times, usually about twice a year. So I haven't been there in a long time, and I did find some cool stuff. Now obviously, if I would spend even a little bit more time, I'm sure I would find, you know, even more. I probably went through half of it, and I spent about 3 hours. And of course, I'm talking to people, and you know, people want to share their stories. That's another great thing, you know, getting to know these people and building that relationship. And like I said, 2 of them invited me to come to their places and do some digging. So that potentially is another great pick, and potentially getting more merchandise from them at totally different prices, right? And they already know that I'm filming, right? And I told them, hey, if I come over, actually one guy was really funny. You can bring the whole crew. You can film, blah blah blah. He got so excited. But yeah, don't get me wrong, guys. This is, you know, just because I say or I showed you guys here this stuff, you gonna run out there and start picking this up. It's all nice and dandy, but just remember, do your own research on everything that you pick up. Some of this stuff, it's gonna be a long tail. If you're willing to wait, because yeah, you can flip it quickly. I can put out these glasses, you know, for 20 bucks and they're gonna be gone tomorrow. But that's not, you know, yeah, I'll double my money, but that's not the idea. The idea is, you know, to really hold on to it for a little bit, wait for that right buyer, and eventually they show up and they're gonna pay 45 or 50 bucks for this. Or somebody is gonna show up and eventually, you know, give me that 150 bucks for this. Especially if it's one of a kind item. So these are definitely long tail, and if you can afford that, to do that, antique malls are great places to pick up extra merchandise to flip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was very cool for me. I love going to these places and rummaging through this stuff, because you never know what you're gonna find. You just never know what you're gonna find. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you appreciate it. If you did, please give it a thumb up, and till next time, cheers.